Okay then, this episode's turned out to be a bit of a fail. I'm not particularly liking how these are going. For example, this thing here, that's got like a melon block sat in there for ages while it searches where to send it. And if these look grown, but it looks like it's not sending out anywhere. So, is it waiting for stuff? Is it getting blacked up? So, where's it actually taken from? Over here. So, is that waiting until this gets emptied? Oops. I believe it is. So things come pretty quick, but they're not going out now. I could put speed upgrades in here, but speed upgrades pretty pricey, and that's for 4. So it's going to be, this takes 16 each, so it's going to be 16 blocks of redstone on each. I mean, I know you get a lot of redstone, but I don't particularly like the way it's going. The episode's getting there 40 minutes, so I don't think I've done out in the episode. I kind of run over the stream a bit, which I'll be uploading the stream anyway. I'm in a sawmill. I tried seeing if I place the engine here, would it get water if I connected the water pipe here, and it wasn't. So I think I'm going to change all this around again. I'm just going to basically start with a tree farm. So I'm going to do all this again tomorrow. I've learnt a bit, but it's not particularly a good video, unfortunately. So let me know in the comments if I should have just not bothered. I'm going to start with a tree farm. I'm going to get just a tree farm. I'm going to ignore all this for now. I'm going to get a tree farm going, get a load of wood made, and process the compressed sawdust like I've done before. Get a steam boiler going down here. I'm going to use that steam boiler to power this and to use that as my remote power source. I'll make a second steam boiler upstairs. I'm going to make a solid fuel one down here. I am going to get rid of this second bay for a tree farm. Just going to have one tree farm. I'm going to have a second boiler upstairs, liquid one, running off whatever all this produces. And this one down here, it'll just power the farms down here, and it'll have these guys on them, wherever they are. It'll have these dimensional transceivers to power my quarry, wherever that may be. So, solid fuel boiler down here. Hello, Akko here. Welcome back to Utopia. I'm on in my Farmcraft room that I started making on the stream yesterday, and that I've pretty much got done. I think I've got it done anyway. What I'm planning on doing is putting a silverwood tree up on the top there. Now, this is what I said I was going to do. So we've had our update. I did a live stream yesterday, which is why I've done a bit of stuff. So pretty much what I did in the live stream was I died, and then a lot of my stuff, then spent most of the 3 hours getting my stuff back, or some of my stuff back. But, I'll go through how I died in a minute. And I'm going to save it in a minute with Centaur, Bolef, and Ego. And yeah, so I'll get to how I died. I just want to show you this first. So we've got a new version. We've got an extra up to 164 mods, I think. We've got carpenter blocks, which are absolutely awesome for building stuff. Let you make these awesome arches and stuff. We've got chisel, which lets you gets you all these nice textured fancy blocks, and the glasses from chisel as well. So this is my little building. Kind of looks pretty cool, I think. Kind of the best bit, I think, it looks when there was no glass in. So the way the wood curves behind all the tubes there, it looks really nice. Yeah, I'm going to put a silverwood tree, maybe 2, maybe 1 offset from the other. And I'm going to have them floating on like little blocks of floaty dirt. Hopefully, I'm not 100% sure it works like this, but I think if you grow silverwood, you've got a chance of getting one with a pure node, which should change this area into a magic forest, which means I can grow mana beans up on the trees up there, which will be cool. So our new update added loads of awesome Farmcraft stuff. Added the sensor tubes, and this is a void chest, a void jar. I mean, the void jar lets me, well, any jar lets me shift right click now just to dump the products like so. So you can dump it without putting flux into the atmosphere, which is nice. It adds labels. Labels are absolutely awesome. What labels do is, as long as there is a jar with a label on for each type of essential for each aspect, then it'll go into there first. So because this herb jar is full, then the excess herb that I'm processing at the minute is going in there. The reason why I'm getting herb is because I'm throwing netherwort in, and netherwort has herbert and prickanthatio because I'm using it to make vials of prickanthatio to make thalmium. So the thalmium's going up here, the prickanthatio is going up here, should I say, and I am taking bits out of there, like so. So I've got 13, I'll wait for one more, and I'll throw a bit more netherwort down into the bottom bit. So this is the bottom area, with a elevator there of course, and all I'll do is throw whatever I want to process into there, and the pipes take it up, put it into the right bottles, into the right jars, and any excess will go into the void jar for me to dump when I want to. So brilliant! I love this. This is, I think, as I know, I've really raised the game with this. It's I've always liked golems, but just being able to pipe it all like this in it's real steampunky, and that is very, very cool, I think. Anyway, right, I've got 14 of them, so that means I'm going to want 28 iron ingots. One, two, three, four, five, six. 28 iron ingots, and I don't want to do all this at once because I'm not sure how it's going to kick things out. These are new as well, by the way, these lights. So I've got one in there, so it's the only thing that light in that place. Get off my door. That's a carpenter's block door. It was a wooden door, and you just right click it with some... right click it with some coloured clay, and it matches the colour of the clay, which is brilliant. These lights also added in the newest version of Thaumcraft we've got, and they light up so much space. There's these offer a bit of light in there, so there is a bit of a light source on the floor with the candles, but that's a light source in here. If you can see out here, you can see a little particle effect. See these? That's from that lamp, that thermic lamp in there. These little particle effects. See them all over? They light up such a wide area. They light anywhere within 16 blocks. The problem with it is, that I need to sort out, is because I've got one within 16 blocks of here, if I turn this off, look how light it is in here. Because they've lit it up. So if I press F7, look, nothing can spawn in here. Because it's still lit. So I'm going to have to either move my spawners, or get rid of them lamps. I think I might have to get rid of the lamps in certain areas. An area where the lamps are really good. Check out down here. This whole place, this entire area down here, there's no torches anywhere. This entire area is lit by that. Brilliant. Look at that. So, Thaumcraft again. I'm really enjoying Thaumcraft. When I died yesterday, I had the Thaumic light armor. I'm just in the process of making heavy armor. After I died, I didn't have soulbound on my gear, so I lost all my gear. If I'd have died on land, I should have got my gear back anyway, because, well, I would have got my gear back. But what happened was I fell into the void, and I'll show you why. Did you ask me a question? Oh. Oh. Wait, I missed the question. Cool. That it is sorted. How rude of me. Completely ignored the question, didn't see it. Yeah, I've had a little ink sac farm down here because Funshine, Ron, was asking if I had any ink yesterday, so I quickly threw this together as I had a squid in a safari net already. So all that is a rancher, MFR rancher. I borrowed a bit of rubber from him, so I've not got any rubber trees yet, which is why I haven't really started on MFR. MFR rancher, a chest, and a capacitor bank. That's been running since yesterday, and that obviously is not running at the minute because the chest's full. And MFR rancher is clever enough to know that if the chest behind it's full, it doesn't work. Well, as soon as anyone takes a stack of ink out, and anyone on the server, if you didn't see my message in Skype earlier, feel free to take this ink. It's a communal ink. Then whenever you take a stack out, it'll just start again. And this has been slowed down. It seems to be what, 1 every 10 seconds. You used to be able to pull an ink every second, and I think it's better that it's 1 every 10 seconds. So there we go. MFR we are going to get on with very soon. Have we done anything in here? I did crystals. Crystals you can make the shapeless, and you don't even need an arcane workbench. You can just craft them anyway. Just click on that. Click on that. Add another to my research table. I've had another node. I found a node in the what we call a fair stage. That was 77 ordo, so I only had that 48. So now I've got pretty much everything covered here. And I've got that fire one over there. So happy with them. They're I will get a couple more if I see some nice ones, just to fill the area up, I reckon. But happy with that. What else? Got a creep trophy from killing stuff. There's my new magic set. I need to get another set of legs, just because if you're looking here at the minute, you see that 85% V cost, 5% of that is from the goggles. So using a thalmium capped silverwood log, you get a 10% discount from the wand. You get another 5 from the goggles, and then you add the rest of the suit if you get 2, 2 and 1. So you get things down to 8% if you have the full set on. So anytime I'm going to do a lot of it, and I don't want to keep recharging my wand. Not that it's an issue, because I've got a spare wand there, and I've got a wand in my bag as well. So I've got wands everywhere. That can come back out there. I've been in a dangerous place, so have it in there. This is quite nice, this. You just bang stuff in it you don't want, so I just bang stacks of arrows in it. And it's got a random chance of pulling a primal aspect out of it. Look at that, I've got like 3 in a row there. Now I don't know if that's helping because I've got these crystals around and stuff, but it seems to pull them out quite often. And they just get added. They just get added to the research here, so look how much, 428 crazy. So that's pretty much all I did. So I'll go show you where I died. It's in the dark, of course it was. So here I am back again. I actually had to cut the camera there because just as I came through the portal, there's some noise in the house. People came in. So this is where I died. This is where I died in the stream. I run over here like this, and there's not many mobs about. So and down here, see that down there? That's not bedrock. That's void. Oh shit! Don't want to go in there again, do I? So actually, I'm carrying a sword of the Zephyr now because west comes to the west, I can go like that and fly. So I shouldn't fall anywhere as long as I remember to do that. And I've decided to soul ban stuff. I'm in the process of doing this. I don't think I had these legs when I did the last bit of the video. So I'm starting to add soul bound to my stuff because it's been a right pain in the ass, and it kind of ruined yesterday's stream a bit by losing all my gear when I was ready to do a bit of recording. So yeah, this is my quarry area. I ain't running at the minute because until I get proper power, it's just not worth it. I had a couple of capacitors here, but they wore down so quick to be really worth doing, to be honest. While I was here earlier, I did get to kill a big enderman, big mutant enderman, which I'll show you in just a minute. So I'll come out of here for now, and I'll be quarrying this place once I've got some power. So that's what I'm going to work on. Now, I did actually do a bit of video after this. I created a Mistcraft age, and I'll show you it real quick. Should be on my thing here still. Here it is. So, Mistcraft age, I did a single biome forest, normal sun, normal stars, normal moon, normal light in villages, starfish share flat, no weather. So a really basic book. And what I did, I went looking for some MFR trees, and unfortunately there weren't any. So I checked in the config, and it turns out the config's set so that MFR rubber saplings don't spawn. So it looks like I'm not getting any MFR trees. Now, they are in NAI, so they are in, of course. It's not that they've been disabled, but because they aren't going to grow anywhere, I can't actually get any. So I might ask Nicholas if he'll change that, if it's alright to change that config, or could maybe just do with getting a couple of saplings spawned in to start us up. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of thrown that little plan out the window. I did have a good run round here though. There was I've been in a couple of Foundcraft Barrow Hills. Let's see where I've explored. I've been right over there, look. So I kind of run up there and then run back. And a lot of tainting here as well, which is pretty cool. What I managed to do was kill some tentacles. See if we can see some. Don't want to spend too much time dicking about in here. I I actually want to get on with something for the episode. Now, new version of what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. So, last little bit, I think I've been down here before, so I would have killed any tentacles that there was. But Mistcraft abandoned library there, but they don't really mean anything to us because the books were spawned in at the start of the server. Where is it? It's there. Couldn't see it. I've also made a Shovel the Earth Mover, and I've made a Hoe of Growth as well. What kind of node is this then? It's 152 normal. That's nice, isn't it? Normal PD, so I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that. Have I caught a node on camera? I think I have, haven't I? Let me waypoint that. 152 paired. Oh shit, I'm getting hit by something. Node. Oh shit. What was hitting me? Who was hitting me? Get away. Right, so I'll meet you back in the other world. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start making some MFR stuff. I borrowed some rubber. I actually told the person I borrowed it from. I borrowed it yet, but group all book quartz Forest Gump. There we go. I call this place Forest Gump. So let's head back over there. There's lots of scary monsters everywhere, which is fun. I did see a big giant creeper thing as well, a mutant creeper. I ain't gonna bother messing with them just yet because I'm not quite geared up as well as I could be. Right, I'll meet you back in my base and I'm going to start making some MFR stuff. See you there. Okay then, there we are, and the first thing we need to do of course is get some raw plastic. Now you can use IC2 rubber for this, so I just made some IC2 rubber. There you go, you can smelt it into raw plastic. So let's have a look at Manufacture Reloaded, see what we're going to need at MFR. Done all this before, so I apologise if you'd rather see something new for 1.6, but I think this is going to be a good way of getting myself established enough so I can actually start looking to the other stuff better. So come down to here, what we're going to need. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 harvesters. Now a couple of people kindly told me that you can put flowers on crops, which is kind of awesome. Let's really do that. Let's get some flowers, but I ain't got any. Must have some flowers. Who don't have flowers? Massive fail. So yeah, you can grow red and yellow flowers. I'm not sure what other colours, but you can grow red and yellow flowers on the crops. I'm going to take some crops with me, and I'll plant a few more things while I'm down there. So we're going to need 9 harvesters. As I mentioned, I've already got a rancher there. We're going to need planters and harvesters here, so that's 11 harvesters, 2 planters, and then depends if we're going to want fertilisers. If we get fertilisers, I'm going to put a cow farm, not a cow farm, just a cow grazing area, a 21 by 21 grazing area, which is the max size for a sewer, and get that running as quick as it can with get the sewage turned into fertiliser as quick as it can, I mean. So let's start with a tree farm, because the tree farm is the easiest one to get going. What we can do with that is we can use the tree farm to power something. We can use a tree farm to change wood into charcoal to power the engines to run the tree farm, and then put one of these capacitors on it and see if it actually is going to be enough to run everything down here. If that's going to be the case, I'm just going to put all the crops into a ender chest and pumping up to the A network up there. If it needs more power than that, I might run an A network down here, but and process it into liquid down here and send it up, or have a tank down here. So let's get stuff made then anyway. So we're going to be looking at planters first. Tree farm needs planters. Now I'm just going to make one tree farm in a minute. I want a rubber farm as well, but I'm going to see how it pans out. I was going to have a birch and a rubber, but we'll see. So let's start with one planter. So we're going to need piston, machine block, plastic sheets. Well, plastic sheets, they're easy. That's just like that. Machine block is very easy in this config. It's just stone with some plastic sheets. So I've actually got a couple of them left from the rubber that Funshine lent me for the to make the rancher down there. So let's find them. They've been knocking about somewhere. My chests are in such a state. I also made a unifier, because I was going to say about trying to unify a sapling from one to the other. But of course, you need a target, so you need it. I'd need at least one MFR sapling, which is a bit silly. But in fact, let me just do this real quick. Let me see if this works. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. I'm going on a tangent. I want to cut down a birch tree. So I don't have to deal with apples. Apples are good, but just for now, I don't have to deal with them. No. Come on. Come on, tree. See how quick leaves fall down now, by the way. Look at that. Love it. No more waiting around for ages for leaves. No, I've got a birch sapling. Let's see if this unifier works on saplings anyway. I'm curious. So, my unifier is there. Let's get some oak saplings. And I'll say saplings, I prefer them. No, it don't work anyway. Okay, it's good to know. Good to know. I'm not sure if rubber retains in that anyway, but I made that with some of the rubber left over from what Funshine gave me. There we go. So I'm going to want a piston. I've got a piston recipe anyway. No, it's not to manually make that. It's a ball ache, isn't it? Wood. Surely. There we go. I don't want to waste my witchwood. I like my witchwood too much. So, 2 planters. We need. Yeah, screw it. I'll set 2 up. Might as well do 2 while I'm doing it, ain't I? So, get out of the way, you. And how I'm going to wire all these up is I'm going to be using Ender.io conduits, these guys, and I haven't actually decided yet. It depends if it goes to an Ender chest. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to have a little think about how I'm going to do that. I'll get on with that. Massively well organised. I'm sure you can infer that. Look how organised Echo is. So yeah, because the plan was to, the plan has been totally changed in the last few minutes, right? Bricks. So let me get. Unfortunately, I've only got clay and blocks. That'll do. So let's make 3, 6. I only really need 6 of them. I'll just have 6 for now. I'll leave the rest in there. That gets us the 2 plant pots. I wanted 4 plant pots. I knew I wanted 12. What's wrong with me? There we go. So that's going to be 6 of them, 2 of them, 4 of them, 2 of them, and now I need a crafting bench. There we go. 2 planters. First thing's done. Then, what did I say? I wanted 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want some plant ones as well. So I might have to do another layer with some plant ones, some flower ones. Maybe do another layer down here, but I'll do 9 for now. So I'm going to want harvesters. So that's going to be 18 shears, 9 of them, 9 golden axes. So I've got 2 of them up to now. Let's make, I think, in fact, I want to keep 16 of them to one side because some things use the raw plastic. So I'm not 100% sure what at the minute without checking. And I'm trying to go pretty quick. 3, 6, 9. I say 11. I said 9, didn't I? I've got 11 on my brain for some reason. So I've actually got 11 there anyway now. But right, so 18 sets of shears is 36 iron. I'm really short on iron. It's quite dangerously short, so I need to start getting this on the go. I've got plenty of steel to make as soon as we've got the wood for it. If we go with wood, liquid I actually want to go for. So this is not going to fit in here by any stretch of the imagination, is it? So where are they going to fit? Let's make the rest in a minute. And same with axes, they're going to be a bit of a pain as well. Nine axes. So yeah, so there's the first bits I'm going to put. I'm going to go show you where I'm going to place one, and then I'll work out how to wire that one up. So really, I don't need to make all these. I mean, I'm making a right mess of everything here, right? It looks like I might have to use oak sap as well because I haven't got any birch. But let us set this up in here. Easy as that, innit? And I can keep putting bits in as I need to. So I'll tell you what, to save you watching me do this really boring stuff, I will. You can't shift click into there. That's a shame. I will be back in a sec when I made all these, and I'll be downstairs, and we'll start working out how to wire them up. Okay then, so I've pretty much laid out what we want for starters then, so it's just a case of getting, got to keep remembering to press shift when I only want to break one block. So there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them lined up. I'm going to line these up like this. Now, I seem to remember, these have a 3x3, but because trees go wide at the top, they actually have a much wider range than a 3x3, so they'll only plant a 3x3, but these harvesters might pull from each other, so I might have to change this to one tree farm after all, which if it is, I'll just have one in the middle. And what I decided to do, I'm going to see if Thermal Expansion can run this. Thermal Expansion now produces redstone flux RF, but RF pumps down conduits into any machine that takes MJ will automatically convert it to MJs. So I'm going to see, first of all, I'm going to see if a engine will run on charcoal. That's not what I want to say at all. I want to see if an engine will run, will put power, RF power, into Ender IO conduit. So let's have a look. Energy conduit, and I am going to need to make a little engine here. So let's get some sticks. Got away you. So basic little engine on the way. Let's have a look at it. Thermal, and it's going to be this guy, steam dynamo. No, magmatic. I don't know what the compression runs on. Generates redstone flux, requires fluid fuel and coolant. Also, so that's like that's going to be like buildcraft fuel and stuff. Then I guess. So let's just make one of these steam dynamos. Now this thing requires water and solid fuel. Steam may be pumped in instead. So what I can do, I can set it up using this, and then when we've got a steam boiler running up here, I could use a ender tank or something to send some steam back down to run that. So I don't think that puts out much power though. We'll have to see how much power all the farms start using. So what I'm going to do is make one of them then. So that's going to need copper, silver, easy enough. Right, so basically it's just copper and a bit of silver I need. So 2 of them, and what I'm looking for here, some cobble, 6, 7, 8. And then turn them into copper gears. Can't click to save my life. 2, and then was it like that? I haven't done the conductance coil yet, have I? Conductance coil, where's some silver? Where's some silver? Look at it all, there's loads of it. I've got more silver than anything else. 1, 2, and 1 gets me that. What am I missing? 2 gears. Oh, it's a bit of redstone, easy enough. So this now puts out MJs, and like I did on Resident Rise, I'm actually going to make a leadstone energy cell as well, because they're really easy. It's, if I remember right, it's 4 glass and 4 lead. I've not even looked at this actually, but this recipe seems quite easy to remember. Gets me leadstone energy cell frame, wonderful. Then I need a bit of electrum, so I'm going to need to mix silver and gold. Now let's see where we can make electrum. Let's have a look. Electrum ingot, liquid casting table, let's test this out. See if silver and gold mix in there. Might do, they might not. And let's also see if we can crush them back down in the sag mill. Will you crush? You will. Then will you blend? You will, of course. We can get electrum that way. Easy enough. Wonderful. You'll go in there. You come here, and I want a conductance. No, this is what's coils this one? Yeah, conductance coil. Okay, and that electrum can go in there. Are you melted up yet? Oops, wrong thing. Get away. Nope, that's taking its time. I'll check that. I'll check back on that later. So leadstone. There's 3 bits of copper. Wonderful. So that frame. Where's it gone? That. And 2 more bits of copper. Gets me a nice energy cell. Loads of bronze by mistake. Being lazy and just throwing everything into the hopper made me far much more bronze than I'd ever need. Right. So that needs water, so we're going to want that near the... Easiest way to do this in a minute for a test is to put that guy there and that guy there, so he can get water now. That's set to pump mode. No, it's not set to pump mode. It's got transfer node. So I need to set that to pump mode as well. Okay, so let's put water in there. Let's get a... Actually, I want to do that a bit different. What I'll do is I want to put that, for testing purposes, I want to put that there, and I want to see if these connect. No, I thought you had 3 plates then, but I only saw 2. I did, look. You were doing it there, fool. Boop. Right, so, bit of coal. Now, I'm presuming one engine ain't going to run many farms at all anyway. But, like I say, because that can run on Steam, we could get a bank of them. They are really cheap. What am I looking for? I'm looking for coal. Let's get a little 16 coal in there. See what that does. In you go. Get off me. Let me in your inventory, please. So coal goes in there. So he's burning. Yep, it's producing. Cool. So these conduits work fine. So there's the first thing was tested. So that's good. We can power into an energy cell. So the next thing to test is, will it power one of these? So what do we get out of these? We get sludge, and we want power in, and we're going to want any item conduits as well. So we're going to have to still use 2 sides of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I ain't got enough to reach that anyway, but that's good. It's putting power in there, so I'm happy with that. Might have to upgrade this to the next one up, because if you look, press U, we can... No, that's not what we need at all. Press U. Oh, Invar ingots, make it into a hardened one that can put out 400 RF. So Invar ingots, how do we make them? That's going to be ferrous, I'm guessing. Invar blend, 2 iron and a ferrous, easy enough. I've got some ferrous upstairs, so we could make them. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to cut camera again then. I'm going to make a load of conduits. I'm going to run a little network around here. And I'm going to have a look at item ducts. And I don't think this episode's going to be out today, unfortunately, because it's getting really late already. Item duct, tin, Hardened glass gets me 4, so they're quite expensive. Hardened glass is induction smelter, yeah, so they are quite expensive. Okay, I may just use the good old Buildcraft golden pipes. Yes, I may. I might use transfer nodes actually. Actually makes more sense, doesn't it? Right, I'll go get a few things ready, and I'll be back in a bit, and we'll see what goes from there. Okay, I've had a little play about, and as you can see, it's transfer pipe seems to be winning. What I've tried is the Steam Dynamo does not seem to go through a transfer pipe into the leadstone energy cell. However, if we pop that guy up, the leadstone energy cell will go and feed into the capacitor bank. So the leadstone energy is feeding MJs, so that's running on RF power, 80 RF. You can see that's draining down, and that RF is turning into MJs, and it's 10 to 1. So what that is doing, that's basically 8 MJ a tick. So that's putting 8 MJ a tick into there. It's not a great deal. What this can then do is, this is using a transfer node, and that's got 1000 MJ stored in it, as you can see there. So that's putting MJs through there. What we've got here is we have got the transfer node running to a harvester, and that's got an item transfer node on there. So that has cleared out. I've not put no size upgrades in these yet, but that's cleared out its little 3x3 there, as you can see. And so that has produced some sludge, and the sludge has gone through the liquid transfer node back into the system there. Liquid transfer node. So that connection there has sent both liquid, as you see, it's done a bit of work, not much. It's sent both liquid and power into there. So then that would only need an item transfer node to bring any product back out of it into the chest. So this little system here, as long as that little engine is getting power, this little system here would run that contained and end up with pumpkins and fertilizer in here. Now this could have, of course, we could put a filter pipe in here, we could filter the fertilizer back into fertilizers on the sides of these if we wanted to. We could feed, this could be an ender chest feeding all the stuff upstairs. But the bit that I like is we've got RF in here, we've got MJs in here, so what we can make is a sawmill. We can make the thermal expansion sawmill, which is going to run on MJs, of course. Now, how many wood do we get in a sawmill? Let's have a look. Plank, so oak plank. Do we get 4? Shaped crafting, we get 4. So I had to check these things easier because I've played with Greg Tech. And a sawmill, we get 6 and a sawdust. So it's going to be worth using a sawmill, and that's uses 800 RF, so that's 10 ticks worth. So that's a second, half a second's worth of power out of this thing. Now, what does that produce? Do you tell me what you produce? I don't think you do here. It's got a store of 4,000, but I don't think it actually tells me. Ah, there we go. 4. Okay, so 2 of them. 4 RF, that's not much. Power output, maximum power. Maximum power? Okay, so power output is 4 after RF to tick. But when it's got storage for 40,000 RF, it'll put out 40, I believe that means. So these put out 4, so we need 20 of them to run one of these on maxing out 80 RF. So we'll need a big bank of them. Which, while we're running on coal, doesn't seem very attractive. But because you can pump steam into these, it might be alright. Might be alright. Saying that though, if we're going to pump steam into these, we might as well pump them into an industrial steam engine, don't we? And then we can skip the old RF bit. But we want RF because we want a sawmill. Oh, it's a pickle. So I might end up starting with this, then we'll get steam, I might change some of it around. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a system with transfer pipes. So the first thing I'm going to connect up is just a wood, just a tree farm in here. Tree farm needs, so saplings need to go back in there, so I'm going to need a filter as well. Yeah, right, back in a bit again. for the farms and the quarry, and then liquid fueled boilers upstairs that I'm going to be using to generate EUs. That's mainly. Yeah. Another thing, of course, I said that this doesn't produce fertilizer. Of course, it doesn't produce fertilizer. It's a sludge boiler. It produces all this junk, and it's producing bits. So we're getting stuff in, and we're getting quite a few pumpkins in. So the pumpkin bit's working all right. It's just that's nice and close. You know what I mean? The rest of it's just not working real good yet. I've got the cocoa's connected, the melon, the pumpkin's connected, and you see it's giving me hunger, so that's when that's working. So it's kind of working, it's just not working as I'd like it to. So I'm gonna have a big mess around, rip it all out, start again. I probably am gonna go to a combination of Ender IO and maybe build craft pipes. And I still, if I'm gonna have power down here anyway, I might just have a little E network down here just to run this, do all the processing down here, and just send it upstairs in either an ender tank or send any surplus up that way. So I'm going to sleep on it anyway and have a think. For now, this is going to chuck stuff on the floor overnight, but it's not going to anything, so I'm just going to leave it. The wood doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Well, it's certainly now, so it's not connected anymore. So I should turn that off. That's running out of power anyway. Good. So that shouldn't do any more. Right. Bit of a fail. Oh, another thing. Look at this. Power crystals. It's not power crystals that maintains it anymore. I keep forgetting. But look at that. It's already on there. It takes RF. So it's already RF ready. So I don't have to worry about converting any of this to MGAs because these take RF anyway. So wonderful. Which that means all the MFR stuff will take RF. So I could run it all off RF. That means I don't actually need the capacitor down here. I can just run it off the energy cells. Cool, so I'll probably upgrade that to a Invar one next time. So I'll do that just so I've got something to do before we finish. Let's finish on a bit of a success rather than a failure. Let's grab a bit of Invar. So what I want for Invar is Ferrosaur, which I've got. I don't have, because we've only just added thermal expansion in. We haven't any weld gen. So I don't know if I've got any. So yeah, we are in fact ending on a fail because I don't believe I've got any Ferrosaur. We need to generate new chunks for that. I think is it only T that adds it? Ferrous. Thermal expansion. Forge microblocks. Yeah. So. We need new chunks to get Ferrosaur, I believe. That's a bastard. Right, so unfortunately finishing on a fail. Bit of a demotivating episode, really. But I'll be back and I'll sort it out. I've still got a lovely looking Farmcraft area. So this bit's all going good. The magic's all going good. The technical stuff I keep stumbling on a little bit. Right. One thing I'll do next time as well, I want to make an Arse Magica portal to get from here down to my room down there, just for the sake of doing it. So I'm going to have to squeeze that in, probably down here somewhere, because I ain't got much else room. Ooh, little gap there. I have to sort that out after I finish filming. Right, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you stick with me to work out how I sort all this mess out, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers. Bye.